brother and sister. A certain man had 2 children, a boy and a girl, and the boy was as good looking as the girl was plain. One day, as they were playing together in their mother's chamber, they chanced upon a mirror and saw their own features for the first time. The boy saw what a handsome fellow he was, and began to boast to his sister about his good looks. She, on her part, was ready to cry with vexation when she was aware of her plainness, and took his remarks as an insult to herself. Running to her father, she told him of her brother's conceit, and accused him of meddling with his mother's things. She laughed and kissed them both, and said, "My children, learn from now onwards to make a good use of the glass. You, my boy, strive to be as good as it shows you to be handsome, and you, my girl, resolve to make up for the sweetness of your disposition." The Heifer and the Ox. A heifer went up to an ox who was straining hard at the plough, and sympathized with him for a rather patronizing sort of way on the necessity of his having to work so hard. Not long afterwards there was a festival in the village, and everyone kept holiday. Whereas the ox was turned into the pasture, the heifer was seized and led off to sacrifice. "Oh," said the ox, with a grim smile, "I see now why you were allowed to have such an idle time. It was because you were always intended for the altar." The Ass and His Driver. An ass was being driven down a mountain road, and after jogging along for a while, sensibly enough, he suddenly quitted the track and rushed the edge of a precipice. He was just about to leap over the edge when his driver caught hold of his tail and did his best to pull him back, but pull he might, as he couldn't get the ass to budge from the brink. At last he gave up, crying, "All right then, get to the bottom your own way, but it's the way to sudden death, and you'll find out quick enough." The Lion and the Hare. A lion found a hare sleeping in her form, and was just going to devour her when he caught sight of a passing stag. Dropping the hare, he at once made for a bigger game, but finding after a long chase that he could not overtake the stag, he abandoned the attempt and came back for the hare. When he reached to the spot, however, he found she was nowhere to be seen, and he had to go without his dinner. "It serves me right," he said. "I should have been content with what I'd got, instead of hankering after a better prize."